Hey guys, what's up? If you've been paying attention to the smartphone world lately, you'll know that all the hype lately has been around the Nexus 4. In this video today, I'll be giving you an in-depth review and letting you know if the Nexus 4 is right for you. In the box you get the SIM ejection tool, some basic getting started guide information, a USB cable, a USB to AC adapter, and the Nexus 4 itself. Taking a look at the top of the Nexus 4, you have a 1.3 megapixel front-facing 720p camera, and it works quite well in broad daylight, but inside photos end up looking really grainy. Below that is a beautiful 1280 by 760 screen covered in Gorilla Glass 2. Text looks very sharp and vivid like it should. The Nexus 4 has a pixel per inch density of 320, which is enough to be considered a Retina display. This is a Nexus device, so below that you just have a 4.7 inch screen with no physical buttons. On the left hand side of the device you have the volume rockers and SIM tray. On the right hand side you have the lock button. Taking a look at this device, you can see that this device is very good looking and thin. When I saw the photos online, I wasn't too happy with the design of the product. However, in person it really does look nice. I like the sparkles that sometimes appear. It doesn't look as good. The grip of the phone is really nice. I really don't want to put a case on the phone because it has a nice look and feel to it. However, people have been known to crack their Nexus 4s. Plus, I really don't want to take the chance after the Nexus 7 incident I had. Yeah, that was not a fun experience. The phone is covered on both sides with Gorilla Glass 2. What's nice about that is the glass is a little bit curved on the front. It's nice that when you get going close to the curve, you get a nice, clean, and accurate swipe. The Nexus 4 is running Android 4.2, which is an updated version of Jelly Bean. With a quad-core processor and Android, this phone is very stable, and you can tell that Google designed Android around this phone. Project Butter continues to be smooth as before. I love that you get quick access to all your settings with just a 2-finger swipe. Speaking of swipe, I've always been a huge fan of the application Swipe. If I use my Apple Touch, I can simply not type because I have become dependent on that typing style. Android has incorporated a keyboard that's very similar to Swipe, but it's not as accurate. Still, it's a good enough keyboard for me. This phone has appealed to a lot of people for several reasons. First off, it's an overall solid phone. It's made by Google, a company I trust to do a good job with everything they do. Well, minus Google Buzz, Google Plus, Blogspot, the Nexus 7. Do I really need to continue? Secondly, the price. The Nexus 4 runs for $300 for the 8GB model, but come on, you do know that you'll end up spending $50 to get the 16GB model instead. That's just not enough storage. When you look at the iPhone 5, you're looking at least $650 for an unlocked version. If you look at the Galaxy S3, you're looking still around $540. For someone that doesn't want to go on contract or simply needs a replacement phone, this is going to be a very popular option for them. This is my daily driver and I absolutely love it. Sure, it's nice to have expandable storage, but I don't think it's worth spending $200 for that reason alone. Plus, I think that the Nexus 4 is just as good, if not better. For those of you who are still whining over removable batteries, get over it. Why would you want to remove it anyways? How many of you actually have multiple batteries that you change out? How many of you actually just get a new battery when your phone stops working? Most of the time, phones just stop working, and it's not because of the battery. People are bound to complain about not having 4G on this phone. I have to agree that it is quite annoying that the phone has no 4G. However, I'd rather pay $200 less and have slowable mobile speeds. If that's a big deal for you, then get the Galaxy S3. It's also a very solid phone. This phone has great speed, a great design, a great user experience, and an overall excellent phone. I don't think anyone can really hate this phone unless they're obsessed with having 4G. For $300, you can't get any phone better than this one. If I had to pick between this one and the Galaxy S3, I couldn't decide. I'd be just as happy with either phone. I view it as a difference between the UI, storage, and 4G. If that's not important to you and you don't mind waiting several weeks to get your hands on one, go pick up the Nexus 4. I highly recommend it with a rating of 8.5 out of 10 stars. Thanks for watching my Nexus 4 review. For more videos like this one, click the left video to be taken to my Nexus 4 unboxing, or click the video on your right to be taken to my Galaxy S3 review. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.